Hello, 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 my Psyquine students. Welcome to the stream. How are y'all doing today? Oh, you had all your wisdom teeth taken out. Me too. Not fun. Hello, that one person to you. Welcome in. Nice to see you here. As you can see, we're continuing to work on Deacon today. I had thought that by this time we should be getting to his texturing, but I was so busy this week, I did not have time to do the finishing touches. So we're going to try to do some of those on stream instead. I will warn you, this will be kind of an ugly stream because you're going to have to watch me do UV unwrapping, which I don't think I've streamed before. So it should be kind of fun in that sense of you'll be able to see something you haven't before. I just hope it won't be boring. What UV unwrapping is, well, I'll explain it when we get to it. There's still some more stuff to finish on his model before we unwrap, but yeah. Ivana says, why are you always setting the stream early when you always start 10 minutes later? Because that's how I do it. The stream starts at 4, but then I have like a little, warm-up screen before I actually start it all the way. That's just how it works on this channel. It gives me a little time to prepare everything before I start. And, by the way, for those who don't know, my Etsy store is back after quite a few years. It was on vacation for various reasons. One of them being that I was really preoccupied with, of course, getting all of the Kickstarter orders out. And now that almost all the Kickstarter orders are done, I now am able to sell some of the stuff from the Kickstarter on Etsy. Yahoo! So, yeah, if you want a little charm with my face on it, I have a couple of these with some different poses from the devlogs. I also have stickers of the Noir More characters. I have acrylic charms. I have posters. Hold on, let me go ahead and show the wares here. Here are some vinyl stickers. They're 10 centimeters, so they're pretty big. Vinyl stickers, good for indoor and outdoor use. You could stick these on your laptop if you would like. And of course, we have all these little cute acrylic charms, and they're 3 inches tall, not including the keychain part. So they're pretty big. You could get an autographed poster of the Noir Amour Academy cover. We also have 2 different private misfire posters, which are very fun. Not a lot of people picked these on the Kickstarter, so I have a lot of these left over to sell. And then we have this poster too of one of the first pieces of concept art that I made for the game. And then 5-inch acrylic standees. These are fun too. So that's my little advertisement for the day. I mean, I might show a little more, but here you go. I'll give you all the link to that. Ah! Okay. And then I'll put a goal for this stream. I still can't do the same goal as the texturing streams. So I'll just have it be a basic super chat goal for today. The nurse's name in that one poster? I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. Is the kid next to Becky an early version of Nicholas? Kind of. Not really. I mean, this was, of course, before I had come up with everybody's names and a lot of their personalities. But that kid next to her is just some guy she's gossiping with, pretty much. That was just the idea of that concept art. I don't think it was necessarily Nicholas's beta design. It was more just a guy she's talking with. Thank you, that one person. Much appreciated. Alright, now let's get to the stream. And going into work mode. Alright, work mode is activated. Nurse worst. Or how about worst nurse? Okay, so what do we need to do today? Okay, what needs to be done is finishing up his camera case. Unless I decide to just cut that entirely. Maybe I will. I don't know. Should I cut his camera case? He's the only character out of the main cast that has some kind of bag on him. I'm just missing an end stream screen. True. Yep, gotta shill the merch. That's just how it works. I'm becoming a real VTuber. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep the camera bag. It's cute. He likes taking pictures. One thing, let's see, have I modeled a screwdriver before that I can just cannibalize? I don't think I have. I know I've modeled a hammer before. In any case, what I need to finish modeling is the hammer, potentially doing the screwdriver. I gotta model the camera bag. I feel like I might need to do a little bit more on these work gloves. Though I suppose a lot of this detail could just come from the texturing. Maybe I should thicken up the wrists. Maybe that's what's bothering me. These wrists need to be thicker. By the way, we're listening to Fallout 4 ambient music, though now I'm not sure if I like that. One moment. Kilroy was here. No, it's... Hello, Roadkill Rose. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, 1 second. I'm moving some windows around. Moving some windows around. Okay, and now I'm back. Alright. Let's thicken up these gloves a little bit. Roadkill Rose has been summoned! Ooh, here we go. Yeah, I think I like thickening up these gloves. It helps sell the work glove idea a little better. But now these wrists are a little too thick, I think. The gloves should be thick, but not his actual wrists, if that makes sense. Ink, do you like Harry Potter? I do. I do. Lulu, we need to do another stream together sometime. By the way, everybody, just to let you know, I've been working on some really fun 3D printed stuff. So maybe I should be able to have some 3D printed merch in the Etsy shop at some point. Like 3D miniature Judith and stuff like that. Oh, it's because we streamed together, I think. He was saying that we're VTuber pals. Because that stream we did together, I felt so nervous the whole time. I feel like I didn't do a very good job. So I want to do another stream with you. And do a better job. Let's see. So the work gloves are looking much better now. I think that should be about ready to texture. This extra detail will all be textured in. But now we still need this camera case. So let me go back to my camera reference and finish this up. Celestial says, why are your 3D models hollow? Does it help with processing? Every 3D model is hollow. Every 3D model looks like this on the inside. Did I? Yeah. Literally every 3D model looks like this on the inside, especially for games. 3D Deacon hammer for bone smashing. Yeah. Are you gonna texture in the straps on the gloves? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. And then look at Judith's model. See, it's all hollow on the inside. I mean, unless you're 3D printing something, in which case it will be solid on the inside. Though, if you are 3D printing something relatively big, you'll probably want to make it somewhat hollow on the inside, but it will have a thickness to it. They're just two different mediums, so they require two different things. Are Deacon and Nicholas friends? Yes, they are. You will be able to see that in a couple of the interactions. And Deacon is helping Nicholas with some of the historical reenactment club stuff. I feel like my topology is a little bit ugly here, but whatever. It works, it works. By the way, I've started watching Witch Hat Atelier at the recommendation of some of y'all, and I'm really enjoying it so far. The animation is beautiful. Simply gorgeous. I just finished the episode where, without spoiling too much, there's a fog that teleports them somewhere very dangerous. That was pretty crazy. How is Nicholas and Becky's relationship? I'm wondering how much I should say, but they like each other very much and they work together well, but there are aspects of their personalities that are different from one another to the point that they clash a little bit. Becky is kind of she's more of a controlling personality and wanting to solve problems, while Nicholas is more of a laid-back personality that's more hobby focused. So that's as much as I'll say right now, because I don't really want to, like, say too much about some of the stuff that you're gonna find in their side quest. Though I will say, because they are 13 years old, they don't exactly have some kind of deep romantic relationship or anything like that. They don't really exactly know what being in a relationship actually means or entails, you know. They're very innocent about the whole thing. They're kids. Judith is magenta because that's what it looks like when the texture is missing. That's all. Hello, Idea Maker. Welcome in. Okay, I think... Nah, I won't do that. I'll make it a little wider. Hello, Idea Maker. It's going well today. I'm a little stressed. There's been a lot I've been having to get done this week. Not just for Noir Amour, but for some commission work as well. But it's good. I'm very happy, actually, very excited, because almost all of the Kickstarter orders have been fulfilled and are being sent out to everybody who ordered some physical items from the Kickstarter. That was honestly very stressful for me because I have never had to fulfill that many orders at once, of that much, like, diversity of each other. But I can happily say that almost all of them are shipped out now, so everybody should be getting their physical Kickstarter rewards very soon. And if you're international, it will probably arrive within 20 days or so. The 3D printed, people who got 3D printed rewards, though, you might have to wait a little longer because I'm almost done working on those. Also, some people need to fill out their backer survey so I know what your address is. So if you have not filled out your backer survey, please do so. I need to know where you live so I can send you your stuff. I need to know where you live. Tell me now. But yeah, it's exciting. It was a huge stressor on me because I really didn't want to let anybody down, but I did it. Yay, woohoo! So I was able to get the physical rewards of the campaign finished before the deadline. My deadline was December of this year, so it was tough to do too because I was having a lot of problems with the shipping service I was using. Now I can just focus on, for physical stuff, I can just focus on the Etsy, which is a lot less stressful because it's not so many rewards, so many shipping things at once. And Etsy is very good about helping you be able to print your own shipping labels for free. Not free. I mean, you still pay for shipping, but yeah, anyway. But the other service I was using required me to pay like $30 a month, which sucked. So someone was mowing outside. Sorry. It feels like every time we stream now that it seems like Tuesdays at 4 is when the people outside do their mowing. So sorry about that. Oh, I mean, multi-fandom, just because it was stressful, it doesn't mean that any of this was a bad thing. This whole thing has been incredible. I'm so happy that people, out of the goodness of their heart, decided to help support the project, so it's very exciting. I just didn't want to disappoint anybody, so that was the stress on me. I wanted to make sure that I was able to get everything shipped out to them on time, and make sure everybody got their money's worth of stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm excited. What? I said clear sharp, why isn't it clearing? Yeah, well, thank you for the support, Idea Maker. I've also been having fun learning more about making, like painting miniatures. So it's been pretty fun. And Idea Maker, by the way, thank you so much for your Etsy order. That was so encouraging. Super encouraging. Blue Spirited Dragon, I agree. Shipping stuff can be scary, especially when you're shipping stuff that's so valuable. That one person to you, see ya. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, good luck with the finals. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. No wonder. Let's merge those. Okay, this is almost done. Now let's add some seams to unwrap this. Okay, so that's done, and then let's just do this. No, the animals do not have metal skin. The leather probably came from the diamols. The keyboard and the clicking are like ASMR. Oh, that's good to know. I was sort of scared of the fact that my mic seems to pick up everything. So I'm glad that the keyboard is a good sound. Okay, now let's see what this looks like unwrapped. For those who don't know, Taylor says, doesn't everyone on the 50s planet have carbon fiber skin and bones? Yeah, that's the 50s planet, not the 40s one. The mowing is also part of the ASMR? I don't think so. Oh, I need to apply the size on this one. Object, apply, scale. So this is what an object looks like when it's unwrapped. The way it works is picture. I've explained this in my videos before, but for people who are new, who don't know, the way this works is I'm taking a 3D object and cutting it at these red parts. I'm cutting it and folding it flat. So for example, this piece right here, when I cut right here and I cut right here, and lay it flat, it looks like this. And when I take this piece and cut right here on the red and lay it flat, it looks like this. Yes, it is like a sewing pattern. It's what's funny about unwrapping is it's basically the opposite of sewing. Instead, with sewing, you're taking something 2D and then sewing it in various places to make it 3D. With 3D art, though, you are taking something 3D and then cutting it and to make it 2D so you can texture it. It's pretty funny to think about it like that. It's the opposite of sewing. We're kind of breaking it down to 2 dimensions so that we can paint on it. Now let's do the strap on his body. There's a pretty neat way to do straps in Blender. And that way is through using curves. So I'm going to take this line right here. And this line works almost like a vector. Taylor says, I have a question about the pastor's wife. How come she's wearing a wedding veil? It's not a wedding veil. I don't really know how else to answer that, sorry. It's just not a wedding veil. It's part of the traditional costume of her role in the church. So take a look at this. This will be kind of interesting. So here we have this line, and this line is going to be the guide for the strap on, for the camera strap. We're going to use it to guide the geometry of where it should go. But how do we get geometry onto this guide? Well, that's pretty easy. We go to our options here to geometry and then use an object. And there we go. Now this circle acts like the shape of whatever this object is going to be. So we can modify this to modify how the line turns out. Have any of you ever played with Play-Doh before? And in Play-Doh, where you squeeze out the Play-Doh through a specific shape, and it turns out like like a tube with different shapes, if that makes sense. That's kind of what we're doing here. We're taking this shape and we're extruding it along this line like Play-Doh. So what we want to do with this strap is to make it a strap shape. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna elongate this. We're gonna make this shape even more squished. But now you see there's another problem on this strap, and that is that it's not acting like a strap. It's all bent awkwardly. And we can fix that. But first I'm going to put the camera case down here. Hello, Phoenix. Welcome in. I think around here should be good. Though I'm trying to think about how this is going to affect his rigging. Where would it be easier to rig this? If it was attached to his leg or upper body? Hip might be easiest to rig. Let's put it here. Yeah, I heard about him passing away. It's very sad. I always really liked his voice, especially in the Clone Wars. Oh yeah, the wild thornberries. He did a great job in that one too. His voice as the Clone Wars announcer was always so great. Very iconic. A galaxy at war. Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano fight at the edge of the galaxy. Miss Nanatok's necklace is inspired by Inuit jewelry designs. I was looking up some Inuit Inuk jewelry and was getting some inspiration from those. Are they still mowing outside? Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, everybody. I don't know why it's showing up so much on the mic. It's not even that loud for me. Like, I barely notice it, but I'm also wearing headphones, so. Okay, want to see something cool? Now we're gonna really make this look more like a strap by using the tilt. Haha, look at that. It's a little thick though. So I think we're gonna thin this out a bit. Alright, and maybe that thickness is good. A little bit thinner. I love being able to just control it with the line like this. It's so helpful. Whew, it's great. Taylor asks, are we ever going to do a live stream of you animating or texturing the backgrounds like the library, the cafeteria, or the classrooms? I'm thinking of doing that. I don't know how I would make a thumbnail that's very interesting for doing environment art. So I don't know if anybody would watch it except, you know, y'all, my most dedicated dedicated fans. But animation, I would definitely like to stream when I have something I need to animate on my list. I mean, there's plenty of things I need to animate, but I'm not kind of in animation mode right now. I'm in mostly modeling and script writing and puzzle designing mode at the moment. But when I'm in animation mode, I'll definitely be streaming animations. The only problem with streaming animations is that I feel like I would get frustrated trying to get it perfect on stream, and I would be constantly thinking, oh, this sucks, oh, this sucks, oh, this sucks. But anyway, maybe I just need to not care as much about that and just let myself be. Just place Rita doing a little dance in the middle of the environment for clickbait. Ah, perfect. Yeah, it's pretty hard to do concept art of environment stuff in a thumbnail, especially because I don't do concept art for my environments. I am really bad at drawing environments, so I just kind of just start modeling them and put together a huge photo reference bash in pure ref right here. Oh, blue spirited dragon, that's a good idea. And for animation it's easy though, because I could just put the model of the character I'm animating in the thumbnail and put in big letters, animation stream. I feel like more people would want to come to an animation stream though. I don't know. I'll have to take advantage of that. Anything to promote the game. Okay, I think the strap is pretty much ready. I think it's looking good. Okay, what's left to do? Hmm. The only hugely outstanding thing is the tools on the tail, and then I gotta retouch the sleeves here. Roadkill Rose says, my friend Akka streams model rigging. I think people would be keen. Interesting. I'm shocked people like watching people rig. I've never done a rigging stream. Because I just thought people would find it boring. But hey, I'm about to do a UV editing stream, so we'll see. I just need to keep doing stuff and not care about the algorithm as much, you know, just do things. Stop being so afraid. Like, my YouTube channel is already not liked by YouTube. What more can I do? That lip sync problem? I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Can you refresh me? I would lean on being a VTuber to not worry so much about how the stream goes. Part of the whole VTuber thing is being a little silly. That's a good point. I've also wondered if it would be good to do some kind of in-character kind of streams where I go more into the actual Rita Ragtime type of character thing. Though I'm not sure how I would do that, or how I would really separate myself and have it make sense. Because I know I've heard some people complain that a lot of modern VTubers, like, don't have a real character. They just kind of are themselves with an avatar. I don't know. Is that a problem? I'm not super familiar with the general VTuber space at the moment. It's gonna sound mean to say, I just don't have a lot of time to watch streams as much as I would like to be, you know, part of and supporting more streamers. Roadkill Rose says, I have one friend who said she can't watch people rig VTubers because all the dots trigger her trypophobia. Oh, that's crazy. I never thought about that. Cat's Library said, in the animation devlog you said for the majority of the dialogue outside the cutscenes you didn't have any auto lip syncing tools. Oh yeah, that problem. We've found a solution we think might work. We think it might work. So, we're gonna see how it goes. I need to get some more voice lines actually recorded. I'm working on getting that ready. And have to get contracts written up for the voice actors and all that. Get scripts exported and everything. Okay, I'm going to import in a hammer. I'm trying to remember where I had a hammer model, because I know I've already made one. Let's see. Where have I modeled a hammer before? I think I remember. 1 second. Aha. I've got it. This is gonna be a bit of a jump scare for y'all. But... 1 second. Ah! This was another project I worked on for somebody. I animated a hammer. Wait, where's the hammer? Hold on. Where's the hammer? There it is. There it is. On the topic of watching animations, a lot of people find it interesting. I've been picking the brain of my new VTuber, Papa, while he rigs my new model because I find it really cool. Oh, that's fun! That's good to know. I guess all of us artists, we don't really know how interesting a lot of this stuff is for non-artists to see. So hearing that kind of stuff is encouraging. This was a character I made for a company to be their mascot. Don't worry about it. Ah! Oh my goodness. The Deacon banhammer. Nice. Okay. Now we have a hammer. It's huge. No, Deacon, don't do it. Don't start bone mashing. Why is it over here? That was my first time modeling like a furry mascot kind of face. It was really difficult. They wanted something like Tony the Tiger. Okay, why am I getting this line here? What's going on? Is it still parented to something? Deacon would never do that to the Minecraft server. No cussing, guys! It's violent! No saying cuss words, guys! I know somebody in my server said the tail thing was kind of stupid because, like, what if you hit somebody with it while your tail's moving around? And that's a fair point. However, did you think about the fact that it's kind of cool to have your tail be like a little tool belt? And also, if you had like stuff on your tail, you probably wouldn't be moving it around much anyway. But it's a convenient way to carry stuff. And like, imagine when he's working at his work desk and there's something right on his tail and he needs it, he just goes like, whoop, and then plucks it off of the tail, and then the tail goes back down. It's so cute. Yeah, Psyquine are very aware of their own tails. And yeah. He would be fine. He'd be fine with it. I just think it's a neat idea, so I'm gonna do it even if it's not the most practical thing. Yeah, he's not hacking it like a Stegosaurus. I am a stegosaurus. You know what? Instead of doing it like this in the picture, though, I'm probably going to put one thing here and then one thing here on the other side. Not around here where it's more bendy, I guess. And then maybe it'd actually be more like this, because if he puts it up like that, then he would pluck it out. Okay, let me think about this. Let me think about the logistics of tail tool belt. Let me think about the logistics. Okay, let's go ahead and model the... I keep forgetting words. Let me pull up a reference. Screwdriver. Okay, Oscar, you are European. Can you tell me, do y'all just use Phillips and flathead screwdrivers there too, or is one preferred over the other? Because I know that in Japan they use slightly different Phillips screwdrivers. So some of it might be regional, I don't know. Ooh, vintage screwdrivers look cool. I found a good reference picture. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like people in the UK also use both of the same types of screwdrivers. We do. Okay, cool. I'm probably just gonna model a flathead screwdriver because it's easier. Don't let it be said that I don't take the easy route when I need to. All right. We will start with a cylinder and then make it a little bit lower poly. Maybe 10. Okay. Okay, the Fallout playlist is pretty much done, so I'm going to change to the Mirror's Edge one again because I really liked that one. And it didn't copyright strike me. All right. Almost looked like he was in an Ireland for a second. Very good, very good. I'm excited for Ironlung to come out on YouTube. I can finally watch it. I didn't get the chance to watch it when it was in theaters. So now I'll finally get the chance. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Backrooms movie too. I really want to see that one in theaters. Oof, it's gonna be so visually pleasing to me. I already said on stream a while back how much I love liminal space type stuff. I don't care if it's getting oversaturated, I love it. Oh yeah, the Psyquine version would all have gold blood. Yeah, yeah. I love modeling cylindrical things. It's very easy. We're almost done with this already. Look at that. And there we go. Screwdriver. That wasn't too difficult, was it? You think it might be too long? Yeah, you might be right. Hold on a tick. Hold on a tick, Judith. Do the Psyquine watch movies in black and white or some movies in color to show off the gloves and stuff? Would a color movie be considered cutting edge or high budget? That's a good question. I've been thinking about that, and the conclusion I've currently come to is that they do still have black and white movies because they never, well, for one thing, they're still kind of in the 1940s in terms of a lot of their technology, but also they never really had a huge need to get color in their films. They never had the same level of this, we need to invent color film. We need to invent color film like we have. Like there was a rush to invent film color because of how important color is to us as humans. What they do though is manually color in the frames of the eye color and the glove color of characters where the color of their family is very, very important. So if you watched, for example, if you looked at Star Wars, the 1970s Star Wars, all of those lightsaber effects, those were manually like painted in. As far as I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, they manually painted in the lightsaber effects on each cell of film that it was animated on. So, technically, yes, if a film has some color in it, it is probably higher budget because they had to paint in the color on each frame that it is used, which would obviously lead to a higher budget. So, yeah. Now, I say that, but now that Noives has access to the wider galaxy as a whole, they now have seen films that are in color. So a whole new world, a whole new galaxy literally has opened up to these people, and now there are whole like huge film galactic film festival kind of stuff where they import in movies from different planets and watch them. Some of them might even desaturate some of the color on those films, though, because they might be too colorful to watch without having issues and getting eye strain. That's my thought process. Yeah, Ziggurat, yeah. All the disclaimers at the front of the color films? Oh, that's funny to think about, yeah. There is a 30s planet, and yeah, it is the slime folks. Bonnie Jameth, archaeologist and adventurer. Adventure is out there. I wonder if there are YouTubers that travel the galaxy to find different planets, foods, and culture. Oh, for sure. There's probably a giant travel media industry. For sure. Are the Psyquine your favorite fantasy race that you've created, or something else? I have a hunch it's the Floodicans. I can't actually pick my favorite, honestly. I really like the Psyquine. But I don't think they're my favorite. I don't know. I mean, I have a hard time as it is trying to pick the one that I would want to be if I lived in that universe. I think... I mean, because I would want to be a Psyquine for the, you know, cool psychic power stuff. But I'd also really want to be one of the Lumarine because they can do these cool plant abilities. And they have these giant, cute, fluffy tails and ears. But then there's also the dragon people, which are big and strong and fire breath and all that. And they can fly with their wings, you know? There's a lot of just fun stuff. I cannot pick a favorite. But that's a good thing because it means I love them all. And I will give them all love. And annoyance streamer who visits Noivest in a visibility vest? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And then there's like a whole big deal made out of his trial, and he gets community service and prison labor. Okay, now I have to make the little straps that hold these on. Let's see, how should I do it? And maybe I should just... Maybe I'll just do this. Multifandom says, could you maybe do a little rundown on all the alien species and their powers in the Flutterstarverse at some point? Oh yeah, I really should. I should probably make a whole, like, little informational video about it. I'd really like to have... I wish I had the time to make more actual edited videos. I need to make another devlog at some point. One moment. Let me see, do I have the page here? Okay, so this art is old, okay? So it is not currently updated to current standards. But these are the Flutterkins. They are butterfly people based on the 1970s. And they have 2 hearts and 2 circulatory systems. One is normal blood, and the other is this special 0G gravity nectar type stuff that allows them to like turn off gravity on their bodies, basically. They can turn off gravity and float around, and they can also shoot that nectar from their fingertips and use it to make other objects around them float. So that's their special abilities. The Flutica one, the Felmeria one is dangerously out of date because they... See, I have them have the ability to have... plants growing on themselves to give them different abilities, but I've never really done that very much in the actual art itself because I was not a very skilled artist. I couldn't like think up of how to do it, but I have so many ideas on how to do this more now. So these guys are getting an overhaul. There's going to be a lot of cool plant-based aesthetics and abilities for these people. So they're going to be getting an update. These guys are also getting an update. They're not just going to be generic-looking slime people anymore. Now they're more going to have more aesthetics of underwater sea slugs and stuff like that. But they have the ability to mold their arms and legs to different shapes, and they're amphibious. They live under the water a lot of the time, like half the year. These are the 1930s people, but they look way better now. This art is old and bad. And Noives. You know. You know these guys. I don't need to explain these guys. Then we have Alakir. These are the strongest people in the galaxy. They're very tall, they're very strong, they're kind of like, I don't know, like the Amazons of the galaxy. They're kind of a warrior race, but at the same time are extremely neighborly to each other and have a culture that's very emphasized on hospitality. So, but if you get them angry, you'll probably not survive, so be careful. And they're also kind of metallic dragon people. It's sort of a parody of the fact that plastic was really starting to become a huge thing in the 50s. So you started to see plastic everything. And they started to really overuse it. I mean, we're still overusing it today, but that's kind of what it's based on. So it's almost like everything on this world is artificial or plastic or metal. So it's a little bit of a parody of the fact that everything in the 50s was starting to be artificial, material-wise, and plasticky. Now, there's more planets than this, but I don't have a little write-up for them yet. So, there's Earth, the crossroads of the galaxy. The people here are basically cybernetic wizards. Techno-wizards. It's a cyberpunk-themed Earth, far future. And they're heavy explorers, and they work with Alloker to make first contact with a whole bunch of new planets. But yeah. There you go. There's a simple rundown, though again, it doesn't count the new planets that I've been working on. Cyber monkeys, yeah. Humans are kind of stereotyped as suicidal because we love exploring everything so much, even at the cost of our own lives, and other species are like, what? Why are you risking your life to see what is on that asteroid over there? Y'all are stupid. Hello, Mackeezy. Welcome into the chat. Do cyclones use asbestos? Is it bad for them? I have no idea. It's a good question, though. Because isn't asbestos just like little crystals? Huh. I'd have to think about it. Are there people who have traveled to other planets to colonize them in your world? Yeah. That's just an unfortunate reality of what happens. Specifically, everybody in the galaxy tends to not like the people from the 90s planet because they love expanding territory as much as they can. You'll see, you'll see. I'm still working all that stuff out. But the praying mantis people are not well liked and have started many conflicts. What the heck just happened? Oh, I see. Never mind. It makes real. Hey, well, you know, just always have to have conflict, and sometimes you have to base something on reality to get that conflict. After the Onyx War, what are Drakenspire's overall opinion of Northburg, like the average person? Same with people from other fiefdoms. It really depends on person to person. I think almost all of them hate the Northburgian government, at least. While not necessarily hating everybody from Northburg. The people on the 90s planet don't really have a huge formal government. They are living in a post-apocalypse of their own making. And a lot of the people that are trying to do spacefaring colonization type stuff are basically raiding parties. I still have to like really go through and write some of this stuff though, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt until I get it more finalized. Okay, I think I'm gonna start doing some unwrapping. But first, I'm gonna see if I can connect. Hold on, what's this? Oh, I can delete that now. And what's this? Oh, I cannot delete that. Hold on. And then, what's this? This is a pencil. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna hide that. And what's this? This is... Oh, his old hair. His ugly old hair. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. What's this? It's a book. Okay, I'm gonna hide that. I mean, unwrapping it really isn't that bad, at least to me. I know a lot of people really hate it, but for me, it's just kind of whatever. It's not that bad to me. What's bad to me is retopology. But thanks for the hype anyway. That's nice. It's more just like, I hope it's not boring to watch. So, again, for people that might have missed it, what I'm doing right now is I'm putting seams on the model. These seams are where it's going to be cut. Basically, I'm making cut lines on the model so that when it's cut and laid flat, it'll be cut in a way that doesn't deform the mesh too much, so that it's accurate when I start texturing it, if that makes any sense at all. Anyway. Unwrapping humans is pretty easy because there's sort of specific guidelines for where to put the unwrapping lines. For example, cutting around the top of the leg, cutting around the base of the arm, cutting on a line, on a tube. So, yeah. I'm gonna separate the hoof from the leg. Does your space story have much thought put into actually traveling through space? Like what goes into launching, traveling, and landing? Or is it more of a spaceship equals plane style? I don't actually know necessarily how to answer that, because I do want there to be this sense of how do I describe it? I want there to be a huge variety of the ways that people travel through space, because each spacefaring civilization is going to have their own idea of how it's done. However, when I finally do get to the games that I want to make that involve space travel, at least in the story, not necessarily in the gameplay, I want it to be like a magnet highway, imagine a huge strip of floating magnet highway that spans through space, and then there's these like millions, well, billions, I guess, or multi-billions of cars and ships that travel along those space highways. But that's probably a huge method of transport for the normal people, but for people who are maybe richer, maybe they're going on more of a cruise ship vacation, or they have their own private spaceship, they don't rely on the magnet ways at all. They are able to freely travel through space with like a free-floating ship. But the magnet ways are for people that kind of need them, and I don't know, I'm still working it out, but that's my main idea, is these magnet highways, because I want it to feel more like a road trip kind of thing once I finally get to the big spacefaring game that I want to do in the future. 3D platformer where you visit multiple planets and explore and meet all these kind of cool people and creatures. And you'll go to visit the unicorn people planet at some point as well in that adventure. I hope that kind of answers the question. Sorry. I would say there's a bit of a Mario Galaxy vibe to it, but a lot more populated. Oh, that's what you mean, I suppose. Yeah, the galaxy has been well trodden. You're going to planets that have already been discovered. In other words, they already have civilization. For people that can't afford to, they can only go on the highways that are preset and pre-made, yeah. Because anybody who's been watching my stream for a while, I've already told you this, but I really want to have space truck stop, space Buc-ee's kind of thing. It's a fun setting. I have not seen the Mario Galaxy movie. I heard it wasn't worth seeing, so I don't know. Especially not for movie theater prices these days. I'm an American. I love road trips. Road trips are fun. I wouldn't say they're like Viltrumites exactly. They're a lot more chaotic. Think Mad Max. Welcome to Misfires Meats. May I take your order? May I take your hat, sir? May I take your hat, sir? Oh, I just realized I forgot to post about this on Instagram. Whatever. I'll do it next time. Okay. There we go. That's good. His body's mostly done. Except... I don't know what parts I'm gonna make be non-symmetrical yet. We'll see, we'll see. Also, I need to connect his head and body. May I take your hat, sir? His head is pretty much already unwrapped, but I gotta redo it. Okay, this is gonna be the difficult bit. Well, hold on, let me show you what I've done so far here. So I'm gonna unwrap, ba-bam. And now, oh, these are not properly disconnected. 1 second, let me fix this. Oh, it's still connected. Where, aha, it's gotta be here, right? There we go. Okay. Oh, I need to put another line right here. Oh, by the way, Mac Easy, we're finally in Blender. What is this? What the heck? Huh? What? Hold on. Let me delete these. I think this is leftovers from the old horn. Okay, so this is what happened to the hands. See? Now the hands are unwrapped. These are the ones that are easy to tell what they became. And this is the arm right here. This is the arm all unwrapped. We've got the bottom of the hoof. We've got the back of the jacket right there. We got the vest, the collar, part of the glove. Oh, yeah, I need to put a seam on the hooves right here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's unwrapping, and I gotta make sure these all fit in this square and maximize all of their space with each other. But first, there's some more to do on Deacon's face. I gotta unwrap this hair, which is the most annoying part to unwrap because it's all spiky and complicated. But I've learned a few tips on how to do it. First, though, I gotta actually do these. I didn't have time to do them earlier. Hey, I'll have you know this is great retopology. It's not messy, okay? I know what you mean though. Don't worry. What would the main 6 look like if they were Cycline? I don't know. I might do that at some point. That's a little cute fan art, but I can't like describe it to you, I guess. I think Rainbow Dash would definitely be a ram. Fluttershy would be a deer. Pinkie Pie would be... Probably... Oh, Pinkie Pie would be one of those little goats from the Italian-themed fiefdom. Rarity and Twilight would of course be the unicorns. And Applejack would be an ox lady, or cow lady, like Coach Terrera. There, that's the canon. And if anybody wants to make fan art, go ahead. Make sure to, if you do make fan art, make sure to put it in the server. I'd love to see it. Maybe they could be off-world Cyquine. That could be fun. That's a fun idea. I've been making headcanons for the main 6 for years. I know how to do this. You're asking the right person for this kind of thing. My headcanons about ponies are my specialty. And Spike wouldn't exist because I hate him. Just kidding. It'd be kind of cute if Spike would be a little book sprite or something. But, no, he'd probably be a little Draken. But I'm not really sure if he would be a Draken, because they're basically holy creatures, and I'd have to think on it, how that would work. Spike could be from the 50s planet? Yeah, that's one way to do it. I'm sorry, I don't like Spike. I have never liked Spike. I think it's because all of his episodes suck. Every single one of his episodes sucks. And I don't like his voice. I've never liked his voice. No shade to his voice actress at all, because she's a great actress. It's just that I just don't think it fits him as a little baby boy dragon. IMO. Sorry. He should have had a much cuter voice to sell his cutesy design. Okay, how am I gonna do this one? Hold on. Let's bring out the Retopo flow. Don't worry, Oscar. Oh, look, you guys get to see me retopologizing a little bit. Good night, Ivano. Thank you for coming to the stream. Spike always felt like the kind of character that was supposed to be cute, but he just never was cute. If he was actually cute and had a cute voice, then I feel like I would have liked him a lot more. But he is not kawaii. Spike is certifiably not kawaii. Okay, I think this is my first time showing this on stream. This is what retopologizing actually looks like. It sucks. I usually do it on an iPad app, that makes it easier. But because I couldn't do this bit on the iPad, I'm just doing it right now since it's not going to take that long. I'm tracing over the high poly mesh with low poly mesh. I have seen Gameoverse, by the way, and I like it. I have a couple critiques about it. I don't like Gobble's voice. I don't like Aaron Hansen as Gobbles. It's literally the same problem as Spike, where I just don't think the voice fits the kind of... I mean, again, I am not the creator of the show, so I am not the person to be saying this with any definitive accuracy. But to me as a viewer, that voice, Aaron's voice that he does for Gobbles, just does not match like a cute... It's supposed to be like a little dinosaur education game, where he's a cute little dinosaur that doesn't know much about the alphabet, and he has to learn the alphabet and stuff. So that voice just does not fit for a cute little edutainment mascot. I don't think. It kind of took me out of the pilot a little bit. Maybe I'll get used to it as the show goes on, but I wasn't particularly a fan of that casting choice. It doesn't sell me on him being an edutainment character. Whoa! Idea Maker. Thank you very much for the super chat. Idea Maker says, I remember when one little cousin would accidentally leave behind her Spike toy twice. Second time was at my own home when I used to detest My Little Pony. I wonder, did she leave the toy behind because she didn't like Spike? She just kept forgetting about him? Thank you very much for the donation. Much appreciated. I think a Bowser Jr.-like voice would fit, yeah. Just forgetting. That's cute. Shoot. Dang it. Ah, don't look. Don't look at the man behind the curtain. Is that our first blunder crash on stream? I swear to God, it's always when I'm working with this stupid plugin. It looks like nothing really got deleted though. I mean, it's not that bad. I press Command Save all the damn time. I am too burned by what's happened to me in the past. Yeah, like, no progress was really lost. We're good. anybody else excited for the Backrooms movie? I especially like that they're using the music that everybody associates with Backroom stuff in the trailers. I love that. This was definitely not Blender's fault, by the way. It was the plugin I'm using. It's not optimized super well. Whenever we're playing the Mirror's Edge playlist, I just feel like I am work maxing. All right. All that said and done, now it is time to start unwrapping the hair. Okay. I can do this. The body, all this stuff, that's easy to unwrap. The hair, it's gonna be just a little bit annoying. Just a little bit. Ziggurat says, Deacon has so much aura now, you turned him into a Chad. The girls don't stand a chance. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much. Yeah. I just wanted him to not look like such a goober in PC. You know? If the girls can have aura, then so can the guys. Equality aura. Uh-oh. OBS disconnected. Are we back? Okay, good. We back. So who else is working on something as I stream? Who else is co-working with me? Oh, hello, Caddy Fox. Welcome to the stream. Caddy Fox says, I love your stream. It shows us how you work to make the characters in Blender. Thank you. And thanks so much for giving me a watch. Does Cheeky Deacon go to the gym because he's so buff? No. He's not that buff, is he? He's just a little thicker because he's a guy. He's a guy, so he's just a little bigger. But I'm sure the fact that he does carpentry and lifts a bunch of heavy stuff, I wouldn't say he's built, but he's got maybe a little more muscle than most of the guys in his age group. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Me just drawing red lines all over my model. What is she doing? I thought she was supposed to be modeling. She's just drawing a bunch of red lines. Don't worry, it's all part of the process. You see, these are summoning lines. They are magic lines. I am channeling the magic throughout the hair. And this magic allows us to paint the hair. It's all very important, you see. It's all part of the wizarding process of creating life. We must draw red lines all over the homunculus to bring it breath. Why red line streamer? Why? Oh, Cranky's here. Cranky knows what I'm doing. Yay, it's UV time. Yahoo! Yahoo! Yaha! Wahoo! Wahoo! Yaha! I'm starting to go crazy. This is it, guys. Wait, Cranky, I was just saying that earlier. I was just saying how I don't actually mind UVs that much. It's really not that bad. It's just doing the hair that kind of is annoying, but beyond that, it's not that bad. But yes, hair is annoying. Do you guys remember on your geometry tests or like standardized tests where you'd have those questions about what would this box look like if it was unfolded? Or what would this flat thing look like if you folded it on these lines and you had to pick which like geometric shape was the answer? That's what UV feels like. You kind of have to get good at those kind of questions for testing. So it turns out those tests were good for something. Spatial awareness for UV editing. This streamer does nothing but draw red lines all day. What is she thinking? Imagine if there was somebody who just streamed doing the UV seams and nothing else. Like, they never actually cut the seams. They never actually generate the UVs or anything. They just cut the seams and that's it, and then they stop streaming. Oh, taxidermy. That's clever. That's clever. Clever girl. Clever girl. Do you consider this game your magnum opus? For now, I suppose. I think I want my magnum opus to be Mariposa, but this is definitely the biggest thing I've ever created. So it's a magnum opus for now, I suppose. But man, it's taken a lot of work in a good way. I enjoy working. That's the thing. I enjoy making stuff a lot. So this is my job, but it's also my delight. Well, maybe I'll rig Deacon on stream. That might be fun. I mean, I'll probably also stream more times a week. Life has just been so busy recently. Cats in particular are hard to get the face right. Interesting. I'm going to have a taxidermy-based escape room in this game, so that should be fun. Have I ever played the game The Night in the Woods? I have not played that game before. Does Noivest have frogs? I want to know for the Psyquine version of my OC. He loves frogs. Yeah, sure. I would say they're not super common, because Noivest is so cold that there's not really very many reptiles on the planet. Well, you know, frogs are not reptiles, but I mean, wait, oh my god. Frogs are reptiles. Yes, they are. Sorry, I blinked for a second there. Frogs are reptiles? Yes, they are. Okay. Since they can't regulate their own temperatures, since they're cold-blooded, and the planet is so cold, you probably would only see them more around the equator area. They're not? Frogs are amphibians. Oh my god. Sorry. That was stupid. I forgot amphibians. I was just thinking cold-blooded. I forgot that amphibians are their own thing. Whoops. I knew Cranky would have me. She knows. She'll correct me. Rightfully so. Thank you. Ugh. I was just thinking about them being cold-blooded. Yeah, salamanders and geckos are pretty similar looking. The Gomarindez says, create Bendy, create Bendy. I'm not really a fan of Bendy and the Ink Machine, sorry. Noivest does need penguins. You're so right about that. I love penguins. I don't think I've ever really said to you guys how much I love penguins. But I love penguins. We are currently listening to the Mirror's Edge soundtrack. Okay. Alright, let's see how this looks. Okay, hold on. Okay. Look at all these hair pieces. Okay, it looks like there's a connection here. I'm still alive again. What's going on here? Where is it connecting? Ah, there we go. Okay, this one looks okay. This one looks okay. These are looking okay. Okay, this one is ending. Let's go to Mirror's Edge Catalyst now. And this one looks good. Basically what I'm looking for is that no pieces are overlapping each other, because obviously that's going to cause texturing issues. So I don't want any overlaps. I know there's not many alien penguins, are there? I'm gonna have to capitalize on that. The ones in Subnautica are pretty fun, though. Okay, nothing overlapping here. Nothing here. Okay, what's going on here? What's this piece? Oh, I see. I guess that works. I think Japan does have a giant salamander, yeah. Oh, okay, look, that piece is overlapping each other. See the wider area there? That's an overlap. So I gotta fix that. What's going on here? Okay. I think this area needs to be a little cut. Giant enemy spider. Giant enemy salamander. Okay, what's this bit? All right, looks like the hair has been successfully unwrapped. Phew, that's a lot of hair pieces. Good thing that I don't care. Oh no, wait, there's another overlap here. 1 second. Is it still overlapping? What is going on here? Okay, I'll just cut this bit off. Okay. Girl, do I lay these out by hand? Yeah? Why? I feel like you're about to tell me something that's gonna make me very sad. In a good way? I mean, I don't always lay them out by hand. I sometimes use the... Hold on. Use the UV and then pack islands system, but I kind of hate the... I'm DMing you an extension out of goodwill. Thanks, Cranky. Okay. The hair is unwrapped. Now... Whoa, what happened? Oh, it's because it's not mirrored. 1 second. Dude, this music is heavenly right now. This music is heavenly. What's your major? Okay, can I merge these? Okay, looks like I can. Let's join. This is what Deacon's texture looks like right now because all the stuff has been unwrapped and isn't really connected to the actual texture anymore. All of y'all need to watch Severance, by the way. I know I've shilled for that show before, but seriously. Seriously, dude. Go watch Severance, dude. It's so good, dude. Just thinking about it again. I can't wait till the next season. He looks like he's been dragged through a washing machine. That's a good analogy. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry if the stuff I'm doing is kind of incomprehensible right now. I'm just fixing the model basically and merging the neck and the suit together so they're part of the same model. Okay. Sorry, this is Mirror's Edge Catalyst ambiance. Okay, there we go. Okay, now what? Now, where the heck did the freaking, where did the hammer go? Why is it over there? What? Hold on. I have a couple of suspicions here. What's going on? What's going on? Now time to convert this to a mesh. Convert to mesh. There we go. Okay. Whoa. This is very strange. Seriously, what's going on with this thing? Oh, wait a second. Clear parent. That might have been it. Wait, where's the hammer now? Oh, now it's over there. Okay. Yeah, the problem was the parent was still parented to that other model I brought in. There we go. That should be much better. Filming for the 3rd season of Severance hasn't even begun. Why, God? Why? I gotta make all of these the same material. Oh, I have not unwrapped this yet. Hold the phone. I guess, you know, it would make sense if they took inspiration from Mirror's Edge, because that soundtrack has been very popular since it first came out. All right. Taylor says, if you had a calendar of all your characters, which character would be on what month? It's funny you say that. Hold on. One moment. Okay. I did a your month, your norm, or academy character thing on Instagram. So let's go through it, shall we? January is Gina. Oh, oops. January is Gina. February is Violet. March is Nunatalk. April is Bellafax. May is Keen. June is Lydia. July is Claiborne. August is Torrera. September is The Bard. October is Marisol. November is Judith, and December is Lune. I wanted to add all the characters, but there was only 12 spots. Wait, why am I depressed? When did I press that? Oops. Hank! The mascot is depressed! Hank! Now I'm happy! Now I'm sad. Now I'm angry. I should put this avatar on whenever I'm talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. It pretty much, it's perfect. Just perfect. I need to like label these buttons so I can actually use them in a timely manner. Okay. Wait a second. Oh, it's this. Unwrap. There will be a dedicated Final Fantasy VII Rebirth rant stream at some point. There's just gotta be. I'm trying to think if any of these will need to be... Oh, yes. This arm needs to be non-symmetrical because he has scars on that side. Range paid engagement. Yeah. Maybe so, maybe so. Maybe so. I always make the face pretty big. Because that's where a lot of the detail is gonna go. But honestly, doing this is kind of relaxing. It's like a puzzle. I mean, I'm still gonna download Cranky, I'm still gonna download what you gave me, definitely. But at least on this stream, it'll be like watching me do a puzzle, right? This is a puzzle stream. Watch me put all these pieces together in an optimal fashion. As much as I can, anyway. I don't know how many UDIMs he's using. I think you've got one over on me on this one. I don't think I'm optimizing properly when it comes to doing some of this stuff. Or knowing what certain things are. I'm getting tired. The stream is going to end soon. Good night, Oscar. Thanks for coming in today. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna model the Kerrigan on stream. That's pretty much all of my character and creature modeling I'm gonna be doing on stream these days because it's perfect stream content. It's perfect content. As we all know, life revolves around content. Oh, I thought maybe since the face is getting more UV space, it's gonna be its own separate layer. Oh, I don't know. I kind of just make all the characters have 4K textures and then don't worry about it. Probably not best practice, but whatever. It's my game. I can do what I want. It's my game, and I get to unoptimize as much as I want. It's my IP to sit on and do nothing with. Let's slap a 4K texture on this bad boy. Blue Spirited Dragon says, so here's my texture horror story. I did a model of a reptile character and I wasn't satisfied with how her skin looked with the basic shading, so I drew every scale on her and it took 2 days. Goodness. Do not envy you there. Hands are usually the hardest to fit in a nice fashion. I think you might be able to see why I was calling this an ugly stream earlier now. Okay. We're getting there. Welcome back, Celestial. I'm just doing a puzzle over here, fitting in all these pieces together. Yeah, but it's fun. Also, like I said, it's like a puzzle. And I like puzzles. It's not like it has to be perfect. Puzzles, you say? Yeah, exactly. How can I tell which part belongs to where? When I click on it, it highlights it on the model here. That helps me know which goes where on the model. Is there a reason you try not to change the size of the bits? Yeah, because I want them to have the same pixel density as each other generally. Except for the face, which I made bigger so that it has more pixel space, basically. Because the face needs more detail than everything else. There's his horn. Cranky says, how do you get it to clearly show the selected shell? Is that on the newer versions of Blender? Yeah, it's so helpful. The way I get that to work is by clicking this, oh sorry, I don't think you can see it. One second. Clicking this button right here, the two arrows. If I do that, then it shows me where I'm actually selecting on the model. I cannot believe they have not had that until recently. It's actually kind of insane to me. Cranky, I used to do the same thing too before the update. Oh my gosh, it was stupid. It was stupid. Actually good update. Just Blender had was missing a feature that was really needed for a while, and they finally updated it to have that feature. And I was just saying it was stupid that they didn't have it until now. But how much can I really complain? It's a free app. As you can see, it's good to start with the big things first before getting to the small stuff to fill in the cracks. I've been mirroring them the whole stream. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah, I can mirror them. I've mirrored them a couple times. Only when I really need to. Oh, look how that fits. Oh man. How nice. Very true, Cranky, very true. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at that! Ah! Look at that! Perfect fit. Gorgeous. That was a dopamine spike. My cortisol is low. Mother, my cortisol is low. Okay, I'm starting to get tired now. I don't think I need to be super detailed with this anymore, so I'm gonna put these in some open spaces. And just try to get this done. This open space I'm saving for the arm, which is gonna be non-mirrored because he has a non-symmetrical scar. Yeah, he has the real glasses on now. Would Lydia enjoy visiting Chalk Zone? Yeah, probably. Do any of your characters have a canon birthday? Not right now. I just haven't really thought about it right now. Whew. I mean, to be fair, I pretty much kept the year and month on the same on this planet because it would just be... I have like calendars and dates that are used in the puzzles for the game, and I feel like it'd be way too much to have players have to learn an entirely new system of time, you know? It would just be too much. So I had the idea to do a whole new month and day system, but I decided against it for the sake of clarity. Yeah, too complicated. Yeah, maybe for another planet. Okay. We are nearing the end here. Yeah, I don't really think about OC birthdays either. It's just never been something that I really care that much about, I guess. I know that some people really like to get in the weeds with that, but not me. Okay, look at that. Whew. Now it's time. Shoot. I just realized something. All these shape keys. I need to do something real quick. I need to separate his face so that my precious shape keys don't get ruined. Delete, 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 delete. Okay, there we go. And now we can have a separated arm. I need to separate his face, said the serial killer. True. I can delete Judith now. Bye! Okay. And now, I can put this arm here. Voila. It looks like we have a little bit of space left on the texture sheet. I might use that for something, but in the meantime, I think that's where I'm gonna end this stream, everybody. Woo! We got a lot done. We got a lot of really annoying stuff done, basically. This stream, like I said, this stream was an ugly stream. I did a bunch of stuff that kind of needed to be done in order to finally get him to the texturing phase. So that means next week, we are doing texturing. Woohoo! So that should be fun, and we can continue to do the $10 donation equals little hidden message thing, because that seems to be pretty fun and successful. So we'll see if we can do that next time. I'll see you guys next week for some fun texturing. Goodbye, everybody.